is playing some of their tastiest basketball of the season as they move through the meat grinders section of the schedule. And with 3 All-Star candidates filling up the stat sheet and highlight reels, the Warriors are piling up wins as they try to protect the top spot in the West. Tonight, the Dubs face a stern test as Dwayne Wade and company enter Oaktown with the intent to end an historic winning streak. Can Oracle claim another victim? We'll find out right now. Well, if it's January, welcome to the one-game homestand. The Warriors playing games fast and furious, taking on the Heat tonight. Miami's only visit. They come into Oracle where the Warriors are Lexus pursuit of perfection, 35 in a row at home, trying to move up the charts in NBA history. Hello, everybody. Bob Fitzgerald alongside Jim Barnett. And what a weird week. 3 games in 4 nights, 2 days off, 3 games in 4 nights. The games are coming fast and furious, but the Warriors are playing at such a high level.
They don't worry about the schedule. They just take one game at a time. They are very good about compartmentalizing and focusing, and they'll have to focus tonight against Miami.
You look at the Warriors' team success, and you're reminded the individual brilliance of Steph Curry. And on Saturday night in Sacramento, he was absolutely spectacular. It's the skill, the ball handling, the shooting, and the MVP can put on a show, which he did in the final game up in Sacramento.
Well, the fourth quarter, everybody came alive, and he was the star of the show, demonstrating all of his skills, particularly from three-point range. He was absolutely brilliant.
The numbers spectacular: 38, 11 assists, 6 rebounds, and he put it on Rajon Rondo.
Well, it's very clear. When Sacramento got the Golden State Warriors' attention, the Golden State Warriors brought their A game. And Steph Curry brought his A game in the fourth quarter against Rajon Rondo. He had something to prove. I think he had a little lesson in there. And the Warriors have to bring their A game tonight right at the outset against this tough Miami team.
When you play Miami, they have rings. When you look at Bosh and Wade, these are championship players. They're in first place. Wade loves playing at Oracle. And Chris Bosh, this is the hottest he's been all season.
Well, Dwayne Wade seems to be in great health. He's getting older all the time, but this year he's having an outstanding season. He can hurt you inside, outside, really gets to the free throw line. And Bosh is their best three-point shooter, a big guy that can take you outside. You've got to compete with them.
Big cover for Draymond Green against Chris Bosh. Miami will always be the team where Draymond had his first game winner as a rookie in Miami. Now he's in the all-star conversation, and rightly so. Whether it's handling and scoring, he's made himself into a three-point shooter. He's a brilliant passer at the power forward. Star power tonight at Oracle. Bring on the Heat with Greg and Gary back in the studio right after this.
They're not going to have their 7-foot shot blocker Hassan Whiteside tonight. They're going to start their 6'7" rookie Justice Winslow, Gary St. Jean. How does that change things? They're going a little smaller now to start the game.
Miami does not want to get into a fast-paced game coaching-wise. Player-wise, I think they're going to be enticed and get into the running game, so pace is a big key. Watch out for a 120 game.
And we'll see if Andrew Bogut can get out on the floor to cover up the shot at Chris Bosh. We assume Draymond will match up with the rookie Winslow. The big numbers are 35. They're 35-2, and they've won 35 in a row at home. They want to go to 36-2 and make it 36 in a row at home. Enjoy the game. We'll see you at halftime.
Getting to the top is all.
It's time for tip-off. Here's Fitz and JB.
That is the MVP bringing us into Oracle. The Warriors home tonight. Head to Denver tomorrow. Lakers on Thursday. Fly to Detroit Friday. About as busy a week as you could have. And you used a good word, Jim, getting the attention. Miami Heat will get your attention right away because Dang and Bosh and Wade and Rings. This is one of the true beasts of the East that will challenge the Warriors in their unbeaten streak.
Well, they got that first championship in 06 and with LeBron James, 2012 and 13, back-to-back.
The Xfinity starting lineup: Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Brandon Rush, Draymond Green, Andrew Bogut. For Miami, Goran Dragic, Dwayne Wade, Justice Winslow, the rookie, with Luol Deng and Chris Bosh for Erik Spoelstra.
Pretty formidable lineup. And I'll tell you right now, They were backed up on the freeway, 880, 2.5 hours before game time, and it is very loud here in Oracle right at the outset.
He controlled the tap. Ronnie Garrettson, Leroy Richardson, and Carl Lane will blow the whistles tonight. Heat are outstanding shooting team, 7th best. Field goal percentage defense, 5th best. Bosch will hit that all day. And it's an incredible cover for Andrew Bogut.
He doesn't mind taking a long two, but he also leads them in 3-point field goals made, and he shoots 40%, the best on the team.
Bogut going to use some bulk. And that lefty hook just in and out.
This is one heck of a basketball player, Goran Dragic. Tough cover.
He always liked playing against the Warriors when he was in a Suns uniform and a Rockets uniform. Got Bogut on a switch. Missing that three. And Gang rebounding for Draymond, tapping it to Clay. The lob, and Bogut guiding it in beautifully.
Well, he had to do an incredible job just to get that ball was going by him, and he leapt very quickly.
There's that chemistry with Curry and Bogut. Wayne Wade as young and as springy as we have seen in recent years. Rattles that jumper out.
Let's see if the Warriors can get off to a good start.
Klay Thompson, tough runner, but not for him.
I think the defense thought he was finished, going to give up on the shot, and rotate it somewhere else. He surprised them.
There's that 40% three-point shooter in Bosch, missing there. Steph Curry, deep two, and curling it out. Winslow off iron. So neither team off to a hot start. The Heat are 1 of 5. Winslow saw that pass. Bogut wound up. Ball Dang missing the three. And can the Warriors run off the missed corner three? It's usually when you have a floor imbalance, you find an open shooter. How about the best one in the world?
Dragic got caught in the thick of it down there and reacted too late.
109 straight with a made three, creeping up by Kyle Korver's 127. The NBA record for consecutive games with a three made. Winslow striping it. This is not a Heat team that shoots threes very well. They're 24th in the league from distance. And Clay fouled as he loses that handle.
Well, Winslow's got to be pumped. The rookie gets his first NBA start tonight after playing in 34 games for Erik Spoelstra.
Well, Erik Spoelstra, when they do his life story, that's going to be a great book and or movie. You're a video coordinator.
Yes.
Pat Riley believes in you. Become a championship coach, and he coached LeBron and 3 Hall of Famers to a couple rings.
Any player on this team, Dragic will push it forward. He loves to fast break. He loves to put pressure on the defense.
Dragic. Some left-handers out there tonight for Miami.
Dragic is very clever. He get a big man on. He's not going to give it up.
Bogut has Dragic. And the foul is before the field goal. And great recognition by Draymond. He knew the mismatch. Draymond assessed immediately. Why is Bosch guarding Curry? Wait, that must mean my center is being guarded by their point guard.
He got fouled. That ball was in midair. On the other side. Almost completed it, but it was a good call by Ronnie Garrison.
Steph, tough shot in traffic. The Heat want to control tempo. We talked about it on Warrior pregame live. They don't want you to see 100. They don't really care if they get to 100. Dang with a nice foray into the the lane. Heat average 97. They allow 95.
Dang's been around a long time. He's still only 30 years of age.
Klay Thompson, well defended by the rookie.
They've defended several times. Warriors made a couple of them, but they're hanging with the runners inside.
See Dragic, that little burst, and then the skill to finish.
He's not intimidated by bigger people.
9 unanswered by Miami. Draymond blocked. Chris Bosh came from the weak side. And Dang running the floor. Couldn't finish. And Dang was going to get a tee. Very demonstrative in his displeasure with Ronnie Garrettson there. And that'll get you the technical every time.
Yeah, sometimes it's better, let's just say, well, you'll have a great angle on it here. I didn't see much contact there, and he really reacted strongly. Sometimes you might just say to the official, hey, Ronnie, believe me, you missed that one. And very calmly. And they may give you the benefit of the doubt the next time.
Well, the game within the game, too, is the officials will come over to timeout. They'll write down the score and the time and a questionable call. They'll go in at halftime. They'll look at a replay. And the good ones will come out and tell a player, you know what, I kicked it.
I didn't see much there at all for a foul.
I think Dang was more frustrated he missed the shot. Technical free throw made. Steph Curry down the lane. And Winslow got a little contact. And Bogut knocking it out of bounds.
Well, Miami, off the game plan. They're looking to push it when they can. They're willing to take that risk. Here's Dragic. You know where he's going. Bogut did a terrific job just staying with him. Didn't commit too early. I think Dragic thought he was home free then.
Well, the Bay Area's own Tyler Johnson out of St. Francis. And Gerald Green checking in. So Eric Spoelstra, he's going with some rabbits right now. They don't have Hassan Whiteside tonight, so they're going to play small. And Wade with the post up. So the Heat are sharp. More importantly, they're holding the Warriors to 3 of 10. And Klay Thompson missing the quick three. This is exactly the beginning Miami would want. More Warriors shooting, low scoring, take the crowd out of it. They're checking a lot of boxes here.
Right now they're playing confident basketball. You can feel it from them. You can see it.
Winslow's already made one. Missing the three there. And in rush. Battling that out. So a lot of open looks. And the Warriors unable to knock him down. Sweet stroke with Chris Bosh.
One of the lower teams as far as assists, but tonight they're moving the ball. Miami is.
Return pass. Curry. Field goal and the foul. He and Bogut spectacular together. Free throw will come after the timeout. 5:50 remaining in the first. Curry hit Andrew with a lob. Let me return to Favor with a no-look bounce pass.
This is Harrison Barnes, and you're watching CSN, the authentic home of the champs.
Welcome back to Oracle Arena. Warriors trail the Heat by 5. Stephen Curry did not do his usual extra shooting routine after shoot-around today, and assistant coach Bruce Frazier told me that simply the rest is just more valuable for him right now. Bruce Frazier usually rebounds for Steph and works with them, and he said instead of that routine, he went inside and worked on his legs. Now, he's not always participating in full practices. They're being selective about what drills he does because of the left leg contusion, and it's January, and this is the time of the year when fatigue hits hard. So up until the All-Star break, Coach Frazier said Steph will rest in practice more than usual.
And part of that is Steph wants to play in all these games, home and away, so he'd be reluctant to be held out of a game. The Warriors had to do that last year for Iguodala, Bogut, and Steph. So if you're going to play in all these games, You don't want extra mileage at practice and shoot-arounds. They also monitor all the Warrior players to see if someone is losing some energy or game rate or speed.
And they used to do that with Iverson. He just made the media aware of it. Practice. It's just practice. And believe me, when I played with Nate Thurman, he knew he was going to give you 45 minutes a night. A lot of times he would go to practice, but it was about 10% of him there.
Well, your rookie year with the Celtics, Bill Russell was a demon in practice, right?
Bill Russell never practiced. I wouldn't say never. I'd say 5% of the time, and that was just to walk around in his shorts. He used to sit on the sideline, drink coffee, and read the Boston Globe. Let us go 5-on-5.
Wade dropping in the free throw. Remember, tonight's game and all Warrior games on CSN are streamed live on the NBC Sports Live Extra on your mobile phone or tablet. There is Nate the Great Thurman, one of our favorites.
Number 42, Hall of Famer. Third pick overall out of Bowling Green in 1963.
And after Russell got done reading the Boston Globe and the coffee was done, practice was over.
That's exactly right. When he got through the coffee and through the paper and through laughing at us, that was always part of it.
Curry inside, spilled to the standard and still made the shot. Oh, Wade with a beautiful step around.
There's nobody better in the league than Dwayne Wade with that move.
Has he moved this well? This is year 13. Have you seen him in recent years like this?
No.
And Draymond running it right back, and he is fouled.
Miami foul, charge number 3, Dwayne Wade, first personal, 14 foul.
That great left hand, quick release, and he's still far from the rim. It's outstretched arm, tough to get to. And they forgot about Draymond Green here.
Draymond missing the free throw, unable to complete the three-point play.
Dwayne Wade will be 36 as that.
Tyler Johnson turning the corner.
Springs hops. You know, Dwayne Wade's going to be 36 in less than a week.
Draymond down the lane. Well, it's one of the greatest drafts in NBA history. LeBron, Wade, Bosh. They've been institutions forever, and they're all going to the Hall of Fame. And Eric Spoelstra is going to use the timeout. So 4:33 remaining in the first. Jim said the Heat would get your attention. Well, they have, and they lead by 4.
This is iPhone 6s.
.com and NBC Sports Live Extra.
Warrior basketball on CSN Bay Area is brought to you by Cresco, your #1 choice for tool and equipment rental. Bogut doesn't rent that space in the lane. He owns it. The Heat lead at 4.5 remaining in the first quarter. Our Geico Advanced Analytic, the highest field goal percentage at the rim. And these are for guards only. Wade, Curry, Clay. There's a lot of guys that are very proficient finishing at the iron in this game tonight. So the Warriors go small here. Harrison Barnes and Iguodala. Draymond at the center spot with Steph and Clay. And I think Draymond, Chris Bosh might be one of the tougher covers he would have at the center.
We'll see how this plays out. This is the most dynamic 5-man roster in the league right now in the Warriors uniforms.
Draymond slipping the screen and then drawing the foul.
Well, that's what he's been doing all along. He's seeing and they're anticipating jump switching. He sets a quick screen. If he sees it's going to be available, then you're going to see the jump switch. There's Winslow, and Draymond is leaving early. He's anticipating. It's exactly what he's doing. He gives just enough contact for them to draw attention to Curry from his defender, and then he runs straight to the rim.
He's making the read. What's Steph's key in terms of the quickness of delivering the ball?
He's thinking pass first. You can see it. Because they've utilized that several times already. So tonight, he's just going to see what transpires. And if Draymond goes down naked each time like that, he's going to get the ball.
And Draymond knocking down both free throws. The Heat had a 7-point lead. Warriors have pulled it within 2. Dragic and Tyler Johnson with Bosh, Winslow, and Gerald Green. Bosh, so skilled. He went right, even though he's left-handed there.
He's never in a hurry. He's very calm. He knows he can get a shot off with that kind of length. Back screen, and they got it.
Chris Bosh grabbing that left wrist. He injured that in a little bit of a collision trying to get through all the traffic.
Well, he just got a back screen, and they didn't communicate. Lost his breath there for a minute. Couldn't recover.
Bosh curling it out, rattling it to Draymond for the rebound. Warriors looking to tie. Curry down the lane. Green gave ground. Steph couldn't finish there.
That's where you go. If you can do it quickly enough, just try to get a foul.
See all the penetration with Dragic and Tyler Johnson. Bosh with the pump fake and then the bucket. Bosh took that third role when you had LeBron, Wade, and Chris Bosh, but not now. He's back to superstar status, averaging 24 a game his last 4. Harrison Barnes with a nice look to Klay Thompson.
They took away Green that time. They jammed the lane. So the Warriors just kept the ball moving and got something out of it.
Gerald Green can be streaky and hot. Good to see him miss his first shot.
We're going to post up Harrison.
Going against Tyler Johnson.
Johnson can jump, though.
And Harrison unable to capitalize. It should be a size mismatch favoring the Warriors. Bosh very deep position. Draymond bothered him enough.
I've always felt that Bosh preferred to face up the basket rather than back to the basket.
Going to the same matchup. And Tyler Johnson's acquitted himself quite well. From St. Francis High School in Mountain View, WCAL. It's the best high school athletic league in the Bay Area.
Well, St. Francis last week, I forgot to tell you. They won a squeaker over Sarah.
They did, and Tyler Johnson's brother was the star in the game.
I believe it was 54-52, if I remember reading that.
Yeah, St. Francis and Sarah will be the powers of the WCAL, along with Vinny, the longtime Bellarmine. It's the high school of Tommy Adza, our director. The WCL is where it's done. That's where Tom Brady and Barry Bonds, Greg Jeffries, so many great athletes attended.
You made me a believer.
Livingston on the mid-range short. The Warriors stuck at 43% shooting. The Heat at 48%. Harrison Barnes did well. Dang's arms are so long that you really have to box him out. Dang's a great defender. Harrison put it right in his face.
Again, if you don't waste your dribble, if you have the dribble left, the defender has to honor that first step to the basket. Gives you a little more leeway.
Green threw it back. Dragic will track it down. Shot clock at 5. Dragic a little show and go. The 3 is offline. Iguodala fighting for the rebound. Iguodala, nifty ball handling. Curry, reload 3. Off back iron. And the crowd aching for that to go down. He told you it'd be high level and it'd be fun, and so far so good. Got a whistle as Dang hit the shot. But Harrison Barnes will pick up the foul, so this will be a 3-point opportunity.
The foul did not occur on the shooter.
Udonis Haslem was the one fouled. He was setting the screen. And so I think you're going to get a Miami free throw here. Or is it Dang that will shoot?
I think they're going to decide, was the foul before the shot, after the shot, what have you.
Yeah, they're going to go to replay just to double check exactly what Jim just said. The replay is not, is there a foul or not a foul? The replay is, did the foul occur after the shot was taken, before the shot was taken, as the shot was taken? So the Ring Central call for review, brought to you by Ring Central. Business communication made simple. So the foul is Harrison going around and then holding on to Haslem.
It's clearly, to me, before the shot.
And the officials I agree with you.
Shooting foul.
Yeah, there's the foul before that last dribble.
So that is not an and one opportunity.
I guess even if you blew the whistle late, it still would be that foul occurred before.
So they should be adjusting the score here. That's no basket there. We're back to 25 apiece. Josh Richardson, second-round pick out of Tennessee. And 24-second violation. Richardson drove, Jim, and he lost track of where the shot clock was.
And when they got it out front, not quite time enough to take somebody off the dribble. That shot has got to be released.
The score's 25 apiece. So we have it right. In arena, they do not. It's 25 each. They need to adjust this. So now they have, and the crowd applauding. Ronnie Garretson on top of it.
So the Warriors have a chance. Get the last shot of the quarter, take the lead.
You're never going to fool Eric Fisher and B.I. in our truck. I'm telling you right now.
No,
they're going to be on top of it.
Exactly.
Actually, Dave Feldman's going to be ahead of everybody. So let's listen to what David has to say, and you're good. Stat man to the stars. He best there is.
Right on your left.
So the shot clock is off. Livingston will work on Dragic here. Curry looking for some space, rimming it in.
How much confidence does he have in his left hand?
And that'll do it for the first quarter. Heat had led by 7. Curry goes for 11, the only player in double digits. It's not threes as much, it's Steph attacking inside.
Well, they're overplaying, and they're just taking what the defense will give you. A lot of baskets inside, particularly from Draymond as well.
Two quality teams in a high-level first quarter.
I'm Andre Iguodala, and you're watching CSN, the authentic home of the NBA champs.
Beginning of the second quarter, Sean Livingston attacking and finishing. Now Fitzgerald, Jim Barnett, Rouse Gold on Woodey. And you look at the Warriors take 33s a game. The Heat limited the Warriors to only 4 threes and only 1 made in that first quarter.
Pretty even. Both teams with 11 hoops. After that Livingston one, that's 12 baskets.
Gerald Green at the mid-range. And Festus Ezeli in the rebound. So set the lineups here with Livingston, Ian Clark, Iguodala, Harrison Barnes, and Festus Ezeli. Amari Stoudemire's first playing time. As Andre missing the 3. Amari Stoudemire, Luol Deng, Gerald Green, Goran Dragic. Bay Areas, Tyler Johnson. Green's going to keep shooting.
That's exactly right.
And it's his job on this team. We saw him in Phoenix go nuts against the Warriors a couple different times.
I have to give him a lot of credit. It's not been an easy path throughout his career in the NBA.
And Harrison that time took Tyler Johnson to task.
A decisive move, just one strong dribble, he goes up. That is the way to beat your man on the first step.
So 10 unanswered for the Warriors. That's just good recovery. Didn't let Dragic turn the corner. Shot clock at 4. Amari Stoudemire doesn't have the lift, but still has the skill and the experience.
Well, if they go deep in the playoffs, might be a good pickup for him. He can win a game or 2 for you.
He can still score.
Yes, he can.
Ian Clark from deep. It is not a three-point shooting night thus far. 1 of 6. Heat have controlled that line where the Warriors are the best in the league. Stoudemire jumper look good. So both Bosh and Stoudemire, you know, Ezeli and Bogut are not going to venture out there.
Well, as he gets later in his career, Stoudemire reminds me of Bob McAdoo, former coach on this club, the way he shoots that jump shot. Feathery touch.
Were you talking about Harrison Barnes' jumper before it went in? Feathery touch.
Harrison Barnes, sooner or later he'll get back to that starting lineup, but right now Brandon Rush has been playing so well. Why change?
Stoudemire missing there. Iguodala with the rebound. See, the Warriors always want up-tempo. You see the Heat always back to slow it down. It's a test of wills in terms of tempo. As Ezeli will get to the line. And this is where you want to go at Amari. Is try to attack him defensively. The injuries have robbed that explosiveness that he used to have as a younger player.
They make it tough on a big man inside to defend, because you can be directly between your man and the path that he's trying to get to, and if there's contact, it seems to always go on the defender. Kind of puzzling.
Well, if you're wondering what Jim does with all his free time, he is constantly voting for the Warriors to get to the All-Star game. Dub the Vote presented by JBL at Warriors.com/dubthevote. Only 7 days left. So get back on that smartphone and keep voting.
Well, I already did it today. I can't do it again.
I know you did.
Once a day, that's the limit.
Dragic setting up Stoudemire, and he can still do that.
He's already hurt the Warriors with 3 hoops in 3 minutes. Can't lose track of him. He's 33 years of age, but those knees have to be 63.
Well, you see the Heat offense. That's why they're 7th in the league in field goal percentage. Very well coached. They execute tremendously, and Harrison Barnes getting to the line. Iguodala, how did he even find him? 8:29 remaining in the first half. Harrison's back, looking like himself. You know about the jumper. Taking Johnson to the rim. Warrior lead at 3, 8:29 remaining in the half, and our AT&T U-verse rewind. Draymond Green burst on the scene with a backdoor cut and a game winner against the Heat when he was a rookie. It was a huge win for the Warriors. It gave them their belief on the road, and confidence is repeated success. When you battle the very best the game has to offer, you start to believe in yourself, and Draymond, year by year, has made himself into an elite player.
Every stat, he's climbing. And how about the 8 triple-doubles? Over the last 6 games, he's averaging 16.2, 12.8 rebounds, and 9.8 assists. That's nearly a triple-double in those 6 games.
Remember when he jawed at LeBron in the second quarter of that game? And he was asked about a post-game, and he said, I know LeBron's the greatest player in the world. I just want to make sure he knows who I am. And he didn't mean it.
No,
maliciously. It was just, hey, I'm here. I'm going to be something. I'm going to work.
When you play on this floor and you play against someone who you've been admiring for years, you have to have the attitude that you're just as deserving to be out there. You've got to believe that you're just as good, whether you are or not.
Amari Stoudemire is turning the clock back tonight. Setting up Gerald Green, who can't buy a basket. He is 0 for 4.
Stoudemire's had the impact, though. Set a heck of a screen there, too. A little moving screen, but sometimes you get away with it off the dribble.
Clark tried to hide behind Bogut. Rewards the big man nicely.
It's tough to come off a screen where he's not perpendicular to you. And Bogut was parallel to Ian Clark, so therefore that's why he didn't run his man off.
Dragic is fouled by Livingston. Don't say perpendicular again, Jim. I'm having bad flashbacks to geometry.
You missed it there just before he got open. But he still managed to get his man trailing slightly and a nice bounce pass into the middle. But you got to go, I believe you got to go away from the screen and then come back to the screen, and the screen has to be set so that you come into his chest, into his belly area, and so he's squared off for you. That's the widest part of the body.
And you go away from the screen so the defender honors that, and then you cut and use the screen, and the defender's late staying with you.
You got to use it wisely, and it has to be done properly.
So Dragic splitting free throws. Bogut, Klay Thompson, Ian Clark. with Livingston and Harrison Barnes. And just to pick up on the Draymond confidence theme, Ian Clark is playing like he belongs. Tyler Johnson's playing like he belongs. Got to do that as a young player. Dragic got a piece of that layup.
Ian Clark exposed it to the same side the defender was on. Wasn't quite free enough. Thought he might reverse it. Now, Ian Clark is playing. Leandro Barbosa is available. He's back in uniform, but they've got it. Luke Walton has to distribute those minutes and figure out how to bring Barbosa back into the foray.
So Draymond and Steph checking back in. Harrison Barnes, 8 points in 10 minutes off the bench. What did you have here? Did you have a foul before the shot, before the ball was even inbounded?
Maybe while it was in the air.
The foul is on Bogan.
Well, he knew that Dragic was going in. Bear, he was free, so he just grabbed him as the ball was going to him.
And fortunately, before the shot attempt.
Exactly. It was a miscommunication.
They're going to Wade post-ups here.
He looks quick.
And all that attention, finding Bosh. Draymond will push. Curry runs right to the line. He's got Bogan inside to lay it in.
Draymond Green in the backcourt thought about pushing it ahead to Klay Thompson. Thought about it. He said, no, I'm not going to take that risk. And they got it bunny in the meantime. By the way, Bob, they've got 24 points in the paint already.
The Heat are jumping the three-point line. They are keeping the Warriors off the arc. And so how are the Warriors responding? You jump at me at 3, I'll find the big man for 2. In the simple plays, they're moving the ball. They're the #1 passing team in the league with an 8-point lead right now. Ford Wright choice. 29 assists. That's the best in team history. It leads the NBA. 19 games with 30 or more. And here's the kicker, Jim. 1.8 assists to turnover ratio. The Warriors and Spurs, it's not just the raw turnovers for the Warriors. They have so many assists. Assist to turnover, that's the number that matters. It's the best in the league.
Yes, it is. And here's the deal. When you look at the Spurs, you look at the Warriors, and all the big statistical categories that really make a difference, they're always 1, 2, or 3. Talking about field goal percentage, defensive field goal percentage, assists, 3-point defensive field goal percentage, 3-point shooting.
Gerald Green scored on one end, Klay missing there. And they're also #1 and 2 in record. And that's the ones that matter most.
That's what I'm saying, all the important categories.
They meet January 25th right here at Oracle. Again, Wade post-ups and ISO. And he is just frisky. We said this year, the training regimen that Dwayne Wade has undergone, this is the youngest he's played in a couple seasons.
Certainly the youngest he's looked.
The players always talk about having that bounce.
He's not Benjamin Button, is he? But getting younger each year.
Well, Ponce de Leon lived in Florida, right?
That's right. Oh, you're right. That's where he found the fountain of youth.
So the season ticket priority list is up to 20,000 right now. Yeah, premier access to tickets and season tickets the moment they become available. 888-GSW-HOOP. The representatives ready to help you right now. Just that pressure by Johnson got Green the steal, and the Warriors very fortunate. And Draymond taking it right to the rim.
No resistance. No one came out. You've got to come out and meet him at the free throw line. If you don't, you're in trouble.
Draymond Green 10, Steph Curry 11. Wade and Bosh have 8 each. You want Wade to settle for that. Now, he'll make jumpers, but he's not living at the line.
Uh-oh, this could go Miami's way.
It is. Kind of a slide tackle steal. I think Wade slid down, and it just ended up being quite beneficial.
He slips down. Draymond just loses the handle.
The College National Championship is on a different channel. That was a defensive back play. as Tyler Johnson hits the jumper. Draymond three. It's not been a three-point shooting night. The Warriors 1 of 7. The Heat are 1 of 7. Heat gotta love that. And Bosh, that's a three-point play the hard way.
You go to the screen, and then you go away from it. Bosh slips to the basket. Tough to defend, especially now Brandon Rush is trailing. Bogut has to commit. That was just perfectly executed. Very nicely done.
Clay just reaching. Second half, Clay will have to step in, and you dare someone on the Heat to make an open three, because Bosh is going to kill you on plays like that.
I'm not sure he got in there because they just put Brandon Rush right into Chris Bosh. And that's when Dwayne Wade took control.
Skip pass. Brandon's got to vacate the lane there. He does. Curry, a runner off iron. So the Warriors had led by 8. The Heat had led by 7. We're in a one-point game right now. He's not only going to get the layup, he's going to get a fingernail foul on Bogut.
Well, what happened? Brandon Rush started to pick up Bosh, and then he vacated the area. So Bogut paused just for a second, and he couldn't recover, and they're going to get a three-point play possibility.
It's also Bogut's third foul. So 4:34 remaining in the first half, and the Heat, the elite team they are, giving the Warriors all they want. A Subaru.
I'm Draymond Green, and you're watching CSN, the authentic home of the champs.
22, here are the challenges.
Welcome back to Oracle Arena. Warriors trail the Heat by 1. In tonight's McDonald's True Story, we highlight Tyler Johnson of the Miami Heat. The 23-year-old Mountain View native had his first ties to the NBA when he attended Warriors youth basketball camps in the summer. And then he went on to grow his career and play at Fresno State collegiately, but he'd go undrafted in 2014. So he bounced around within the Heat organization, and finally in his first 10-day contract with the Heat, he made his debut at his hometown against the Warriors, and his mom and family had a big hug for him after that game when he scored his first 2 NBA career points. And since then, Tyler has earned a spot in the Heat rotation.
It's a great story, and I love the beginning as a Warrior basketball camper.
Yes, sir.
And you have appeared at so many of those basketball camps, Jim, and talked about fundamentals and the right way to play. And
he was at one of the camps where I was instructing and talking and sharing. He's the first one to ever make it from that camp.
So Bosh missing the free throw. Bogut's going to sit now with 3 fouls, so the Warriors go small here. And Draymond back cutting, and Bosh fouling him. And I hope Draymond's hand is okay. Got pinned on the rim a little bit, and it's his right hand.
He'd probably like to have that back and just lay it up quickly. He gets it here. Watch how long it takes him to get it going. Brings that ball down. He was going to go dunk it down. Maybe you lay that up quickly before the defender gets a chance to react to you.
And he grabbed it right away.
It's hurting. It's still hurting.
Well, that 5th metacarpal, that's the one that can sustain all the hairline issues and stuff. And I just hope he's all right. And he's still trying to shake it out.
You can jam your thumb. That'll hang with you for a half a season.
Yeah, Draymond's in some discomfort. There's no question about it. Iguodala nearly had the steal.
And you're right, it's down at the 5th metacarpal, I should say, down near the pinky. If it was foot, it'd be the metatarsal.
That's correct. Gerald Green.
He's streaky once he gets it going. Loves the threes. Was out of the league. Played in China for a couple of years. Worked his way back. Remember him in Phoenix. Had a pretty good season there a couple of years ago.
He did. Remember him as a teenager in Boston. Steph Curry. They are running Steph off the 3-point line. So 5 of 11. He's got 13. Bosch has 13.
Only time they're going to get consistent looks from threes is if they get a chance to run. Stop, play defense, kick it out, and you run.
Kick save and a beauty.
So that defense has got to fuel their offense tonight if they want to get any kind of big flow going.
You knew the Heat would have a great game plan. It's also the 3rd game in 4 nights. And for the Warriors, it takes a lot of energy. And those 3 games played in Portland, Sacramento, and now home. All day missing. And you find a transition 3 when you run. Or get the early pin. And Draymond back to the line. The rim run got him the free throws.
You're seeing a display of basketball. It's pretty innovative here at the NBA level because they're right on the same page every time. The steal by the big man coming right down into here. Right in the lane. And Klay Thompson, no hesitation at all. Not thinking about shooting or kicking out to the wing.
Well, when you play guard, when someone runs, you want to reward them. And so I think that's the issue for Klay there. As he saw Draymond running, he said, okay, I'm going to reward you for doing that. And Draymond knocking down both free throws. Guys run and you don't give them the ball, they stop running. So smart play by Klay. Gets to the line as good as anyone ever has. Got Draymond up in the air. And these are free throws 5 and 6. You know, it's amazing. Bosch had taken more free throws than Wade this year.
Yes, I saw that.
Dwayne Wade was James Harden before James Harden.
Okay.
He was living at the line for years. You know who enjoyed a lot of his free throws was Mark Cuban. He really enjoyed. Well, they met in the finals and Wade was shooting a whole bunch of free throws. Cost Dallas the title. So Wade 6 of 6. And we're tied again. 6 ties, 5 lead changes. Harrison, good catch. Shot clock at 5. Iguodala's double step through, and Andre will get to the line. The Heat are making the Warriors play the Miami game, just like Cleveland made them play their game on Christmas, but the Warriors can beat you in a lot of ways.
Luke Walton said before the game, this is going to be a grind-out game. They're going to have to meet the challenge. It's probably going to go this way. Miami's going to make you play that way.
Hardwood Classic nights. We saw it the other night with the Warriors wearing the retro city jerseys. Largest selection of jerseys, hoodies, tees, hats, and more. Best uniform going at Warriors.com. With the Hardwood Classics apparel. And both free throws down. So the Warriors very effective, 12 of 15 from the line. Green good look to Winslow.
Took a page out of the Warriors book then. You get 2 defenders jumping at Green. And you get a little lazy trying to get back.
Curry backs up on Bosch. The threes are not there tonight. 1 of 8.
Well, he lost his dribble just momentarily. He got caught on the top part of his pants. Had to get it back control and took him out of rhythm.
One thing you would not have expected, the Heat to have more threes than the Warriors. They do. 2-1. Miami's 6th worst shooting threes. The Warriors are the best. Harrison Barnes off fire. Warriors led by 2 at the end of 1. But the Heat is kind of controlling the second quarter. Rebound Bosch. Another Wade post up. Getting all the way inside.
I'll tell you, Wade looks sharp tonight when he makes that move.
In, out, and a 3 down.
Well, they've been so successful going inside, scoring, and getting shots, getting fouled, that it hasn't come back out. But that is a way to get it, go in and then out, particularly if you move on the outside.
Draymond, good play to knock it out of bounds. I love that replay because the pass was right in the pocket. Steph didn't have to reach above his head, left or right. It was right there. And he's going to make that every time. Clay knocked it away from Bosch. Good steal.
You expose the ball, you're vulnerable.
Final minute of the first half. Winslow tracking Curry. Steph faked the pass. Harrison the rebound and to the line.
Never thought the Warriors would shoot more free throws than the Heat in this game. It's usually the other way around. Maybe a little bit of the wrist here. We'll see.
Not a little bit.
Yeah.
All of it. But you made the bigger point. You expose the ball.
Yep.
And
you're vulnerable.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to play with fire a little bit. The hand's part of the ball, Jim. So after you knock the ball away and then whack a guy, good enough.
Yeah, if you get the hand on top of the ball. And everything.
The Warriors are only 21st in free throwing, and so there's two good things happening in this first half. Not only 17 free throw attempts, but 14 of 17 at 82% as a team, and tied again. Now the Heat can work the clock to finish with the 2 for 1, and there's the free one. And Bosch missing the 3. About an 11-second game shot clock difference.
First half has lived up to the billing.
Been great. This is why you come watch the NBA.
Warriors had 68 points in the second half against Sacramento. I'm not sure you can do that against the Heat.
Shot clock at 3. Steph will make sure he gets contact. He knows Green is a great leaper. So he jumped and got into him so he couldn't block the shot and then knew he would foul him. And as you say, Jim, sometimes you drive to get fouled.
Yeah, that's exactly what he did here. And one way you can tell, besides all the movement sideways and going away from the hoop, you don't shoot the ball. You hold on to it as long as you can and then release it before you hit the ground. So you get in the act of shooting and you make sure you get hit.
Replacing Sean Livingston.
Steph hitting a couple free throws. Now you got to play 13 seconds of defense. And the Heat will use the 20-second timeout that goes away at halftime. Spoelstra going to design a play to end the first half. And it's been a good one. Both teams shooting 46%. Both teams with 2 made threes only. And these are the type of games that are coming up for the Warriors. You play Miami tonight. You have Chicago, Detroit, and then Cleveland. And it's all leading up to January 25th. I think the coaches like this to measure where the Warriors are.
Well, they just break it down week by week. They don't look ahead, and now you go game by game. But the Warriors are outstanding tonight because Miami put the clamps on them. They recognized right away, we're going to get a quick screen. We're going to slip the screen. Draymond Green was going free inside. Curry was finding him. The only way they're going to get the 3 looks tonight is if they get in transition. Transition offense is probably where they'll open up in that second half for them.
Yeah, you credit the Heat and their good game plan to limit the Warrior threes. You credit the Warrior counterattack to still be successful.
Exactly.
And that's why you have such a high-level game and why it's been so entertaining. Bosch with 13, Wade with a dozen, Steph with 18, Draymond with 13, and Harrison with 10 off the bench.
I think the Warriors have adjusted very, very well. They've been well prepared.
And this is where Wade likes to freeze out quarters. So it may be as Steph switches on to Wade at 2. Wade's got to end it, and his jumper's long. Warriors played that deep. Wade couldn't get in the paint to do any damage. So a 7-0 Warrior run to finish that first half. doing it without threes tonight, making the adjustment Jim was discussing with the double teams on Steph, and 13 assists on 19 Warrior baskets. And so for the Warriors, the 2-point lead at the end of one, and the 2-point lead right now, and Roz alongside the double-digit scoring Harrison Barnes.
Harrison, when you got in, you found points quickly. How confident do you feel with your one-on-one ability since coming back from injury?
I feel good. I still need to, get my explosion back. That little post-up right-handed shot was a little questionable, but, I feel good out there.
With you coming off the bench right now, you had a chance to watch when you came in, the Warriors were trailing. Where did you see that the team needed a boost?
Just with our energy. As a second unit, we want to try to bring that energy, that effort every single night. They call them in the starting guys, so I thought that's where we did a good job.
All right, thanks, HB.
Thank you.
Guys.
They did do a good job, but the Heat are here for the duration. Warriors up 2 at halftime. Greg and Gary in the studio from Warrior Halftime Live, presented by Jack in the Box. Coming up next.
This is IA.
Miami Heat are so well coached. They slowed the Warriors down a little bit in the first half, but they played faster than they typically do. Let's see if they do it throughout the game. Welcome to Warriors Halftime Live, presented by Jack in the Box. Papa and the saintly one, Steph Curry, and his left-hand saint. The lob to Bogut. He made a three for 109 straight games. But he made a couple of left-hand finishes around the goal. Is he left-handed, saintly?
Oh, my gosh, look at that. Holy cow. This is amazing. Look at that. I love it.
He is right-handed, right?
I think so.
You think he can take a left-handed jump shot, his traditional jump shot going?
I know he'd beat you and me.
That's not the point. All right, we'll come back and talk adjustments. And where does Andrew Bogut fit into the second half puzzle?
The box.
Andrew Bogut only played 10 minutes in the first half, partly because of 3 personal fouls. But how does he match up with Chris Bosh here in the second half, Saint?
There's some nights where it's a struggle with the matchups, and then you have to make adjustments and maybe go smaller with Draymond on Bosh. And the key for me, Pop, in the second half, in the beginning of the game, play inside out. Go in there, get your cuts and space, and then the 3-ball will come because they've taken away the 3.
Yeah, Warriors, Steph made a couple of threes. That was it. Warriors 2 of 9 beyond the 3-point line. And they are going in more to Draymond Green, something they discovered when Curry missed those 2 games in Texas. Yep. We will see you afterwards on Hondo Warriors Postgame Live. Enjoy the second half.
California. Our Jack in the Box at the half with the Warriors up a deuce, and really a fun game. You got to credit Miami for keeping the Warriors off the 3-point line, keeping them really out of that flow in that transition game. You credit the Warriors for their half-court execution and relentlessly getting to the foul line.
Well, you've got a high-level defensive game tonight.
Yeah.
And 2 of the best teams, obviously, in the association. For the Warriors, having trouble getting good looks, but I thought they adjusted well, and they took what they could get in that first quarter, going inside to Draymond Green, Stephen Curry driving to the basket. I believe the Warriors, though, are going to have to find some secondary scorers from Brandon Rush, who did not score at all, Andre Iguodala, Sean Livingston.
If you look at it, too, for the Warriors, 13 assists, only 2 turnovers. A game like this, you have to take care of the ball, and they did.
Absolutely. Stats are pretty even across the board.
Yep.
The number of shots you've taken, free throws, etc., favor the Warriors a little bit. Turnovers, both teams are taking care of the ball. I believe Miami's only turned it over twice. They've got a big boost from Amari Stoudemire, who gave him 6 quick points, a couple of other little plays, intangibles that you don't see in less than 5 minutes of action. So let's see if the Warriors can contain him when he comes into that second half.
So Miami wants to keep him off the 3-point line. You look at Steph Curry's bucket chart. The KFC bucket chart brought to you by your hometown KFC. It hasn't been all 3. Steph has made the adjustment, and in the lane, cutting without the ball, he's been effective.
Well, he's very clever, very smart, knows what it takes to get the job done. I thought he was absolutely terrific. He needs to get a little more help. Draymond Green was really good. I loved Harrison Barnes off the bench.
So the free throws, very good. Assist to turnover ratio both ways, outstanding. And for the Warriors, work to do. 35 in a row at home. The Heat challenging them with the third quarter straight ahead.
A whole lot more.
Warrior lead at And 2 moments ago, our Rouse Gold on Wood caught up with Warrior assistant Jaron Collins.
Coach Collins, the Heat took the 3-ball away in the first half. How can the Warriors still be a dominant team, even if the three's not going down?
I think the biggest thing right now is to focus on the defensive end, not necessarily the fact that we're not making threes. But if we defend, get the rebounds, and then we're able to push in tempo, we'll get more open looks from the three-point line in transition. But it starts on with our defense.
And speaking of defense, individually, Chris Bosh, he was assertive in the first half. How do you keep him from finding his rhythm again in the second?
Well, I think they do a good job of setting a lot of high pick and rolls with Chris, and there's a miscommunication right now, and hopefully we made some adjustments that'll straighten that out in the second half. But at the end of the day, you got to be able to defend him, take away his left hand, and contest those mid-range jump shots.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
And Jaron discussed just what you said, threes in transition.
Yep, after you play defense, it starts there.
One thing to watch is Klay Thompson's 2 of 7 now.
Right.
Beginning of the second half, missing a jumper. Luol Deng ties it for the 9th time tonight.
Deng didn't hurt him in the first half. You'll be in deep trouble if you get 4 or 5 guys from Miami hurting you tonight.
Yeah, but the Warriors aren't going to win this game if Klay's in single digits. He's only got 4. Steph's got 18.
As I said, a secondary score has to come from someone. That's a tough shot again.
And the Heat have executed flawlessly. Got to give Miami a lot of credit. Deng missing there. Bogut with a rebound. So Bogut, Curry, Klay, and even Steph is trying to get Klay involved, but he stepped out of bounds on the sideline. So it's only the 5th Warrior turnover.
It's just a careless mental error.
Luke Walton's face says it all. Wade on the kick out. Bosh missing that 3. Bogut now racking up the rebounds. Andrews got 6 points and 6 boards in only 11 minutes. Curry, 360 behind the back, and Draymond is fouled. Behind the back, around the world, and then the delivery.
He's doing everything tonight to help carry this team. Goes around in the back. And it did get people's attention because they stopped and watched for a moment. Thought he might go to Draymond Green. Then he's going to get him. Okay, he thought Bosh thought he was going to shoot it. So he did a heck of a job there.
Miami also, they know the scouting report on Warrior free throwing, so they're not giving up layups. They're fouling people. Draymond is 6 of 9 from the line.
You know, Miami's record at 22 and 15. You have to break it down. That's an easy shot right there. And fortunately, he missed it for the Warriors. They're 22 and 15, but they're 11 and 12 against the Eastern and 11 and 3 against the West. So they've had great success against the West.
Clay was going to find Bogut, and they turn it over. How about their number of home games so far this year?
23 of them.
It's a lot of home games.
Well, they're going to not this month. They've got 12 on the road and 14. Excuse me, 12 of their 14 are on the road. So they got 2 home games, 12 on the road.
Right.
They're in the midst right now of a 6-game road trip. But they're 11 and 3 against the West and under 500 against the East. The East is stronger than it used to be.
Made missing there. Bogut looking to key that transition. The Draymond Express. Klay trail 3, and that's the one they needed.
Yeah, you hope that springs it.
Get Klay Thompson going and find those threes in transition.
As I said, he's averaged 30 points a game over the last 6.
Steph knocked it away. Dragic recovers. Winslow offline. Steph set a screen. Draymond got around Dragic and laid it in.
Well, he knew he could muscle him. That's exactly what he did.
How about the Curry high screen? They set Draymond up. And the other way around. Getting Oracle involved. Bogut moved his feet, and it's off of Dragic.
He's saying, I'm telling you the truth. It went off Bogu's foot.
And Steph saying, let's run it right back. Dragic wants to complain. I'll lay it in. Miami has to take time. Get Oracle involved. Reel off 8 straight. Bogut hustled to inbound that ball. And Steph, a 94-foot sprint, was rewarded with the lay-in. Get out and run. Nobody does it better.
Hi, everybody. I'm Dave Feldman with the Sportsnet Central update. The Giants have reportedly granted permission to the 49ers to interview New York's former head coach Tom Coughlin for the Niners head coaching vacancy. This, according to Mike Garofalo of Fox Sports. Coughlin, 69 years old, also reportedly interviewed with the Eagles today. Let's go back to Oracle and Fitz and JB.
All right, Feldy. So the coaching search continues. Shot clock at 7. Wade tried to feed it inside. Winslow, Bogut not giving him anywhere. Dragic to beat the buzzer and dropping in the 3.
I'm not sure it's necessary to have 5 people in the lane. Someone's got to remember that there is a 3-point shooter available out there.
Klay Thompson. It hit the 1-3, missing there. And Bosh dribbling off his own foot. Couldn't get around Bogut.
Try to turn the corner. That's done every once in a while, but he's got a nice demeanor about him. Doesn't get too upset, doesn't get too high, doesn't get too low.
Good beginning to this third for the Warriors. They've been able to up-tempo things. They got Klay at 3. And Miami trying to strangle the speed of the game again. And Steph Curry with 22.
Well, that was his only option on that side of the floor because Draymond fell down. And he didn't get any pressure defense there, just smoothly went up.
Bodies flying everywhere as the Luol Deng went down. Bosh misfiring, making him a volume shooter right now. Steph a deep 3. The Warriors beat the Heat without a 3-point shooting night. Only 3 of 12. Deng attacking. Klay moved his feet nicely. And he stayed down. Dragic took it out of bounds. You saw Wade up fake. You saw that time Bosh and the Warriors becoming more disciplined.
See, you catch an edge. I haven't said it for a while. I'll say they make a lot of shoes nowadays. They make them look good, but they've got a lot of synthetic, only about a 1/16 of an inch up from the bottom of that sole.
And Klay right to the rim.
There's no way you should fall and slip like that. Turn on the corner.
Well, the funniest thing is they go wipe up a non-existent wet spot.
Yeah, it's not wet.
Steph trying to dig in defensively. Dragic had to pick up the dribble. Shot clock down to 5. Warriors smothering D in the steal. Klay pushing. Brandon Rush running. And Brandon fouled.
Nice little run here. Instigated by the defense. Couple of turnovers. Great defensive play. 2 free throws coming.
Brandon Rush has only attempted 10 free throws all season. Dropping that one in.
Can give him the biggest lead here.
Of course, he's made 38 threes on the season.
Yes.
And splitting a pair.
Double-digit lead, though.
That's for the first time tonight.
Good help from Bogut.
Hang open. And Draymond the rebound. Get in transition. Get in the flow. Keep attacking. Then play great D. Bogut finding Curry. And the crowd is aching for these threes.
If he misses that one, just bleed a little. You just know it's going to go in, but it doesn't.
Behind Bosch, but the ball was kicked. So recycle the shot clock to 14 and sideline out of bounds.
Great ball movement at the other end, and a great offensive rebound by Bogut. Gave him a good look.
Tyler Johnson back in. Dragic with 11 points and 3 assists will sit. Iguodala replacing Brandon Rush.
Iguodala's got to match the aggressiveness of this Heat team.
And that's a Warrior out-of-bounds play, resulting in a layup. Well, the Heat just turned the tables. Tyler Johnson, pretty good D. Iguodala, there's no room there. Only the good hands of Bogut saved the day. And Curry, finger roll off iron. Eater dodging a few. And Gerald Green striping the three. Luke Walton's going to use his timeout.
Yeah, I agree. You got to finish that shot inside. Try to squeeze a 2-foot pass inside with that kind of traffic is difficult. So now the lead is cut in half from the 10-point deficit.
One thing we can rely on.
Central.
Welcome back to Oracle Arena. Warriors up 5 on the Heat. Right now, I have the company of 2 top boxers. One of them is a Bay Area native, Andre Ward, and then the British Amir Khan. Andre, I know that you and Steph are boys, and you even told me that a point of respect for you two is underdog status. When you're an underdog, is it more about proving the doubters wrong or proving something to yourself?
I think it's a little bit of both, but I think you get to a point where, you know, it's not about proving anything to anybody else because you know what you have. You just want to show the world what you have. And, you know, we get opportunities all the time. Steph's got one tonight. He's got one, you know, this season. In my next fight, you know, I'm going to have another opportunity as well.
How in contact are you with Steph?
Excuse me?
How in contact are you with Steph?
We know a lot of the same people, so, you know, we come across each other all the time. It's not like we talk every day or anything, but when we see each other, it's nothing but respect, and we admire each other from afar.
Awesome. And Amir, I heard that for you, this is your first time attending a Warriors game at Oracle Arena. How is this fan base and this arena appealing to you today? How's it going?
It's amazing. It's the first time I've come here. First time I've watched the game here, and I just want to say how lucky Andre is to fight here. He always fights here. The crowd's been amazing. I mean, I can hear them chanting and cheering. Everyone's enjoying themselves, and I was just like them. I was cheering for when Steph Curry was on the court playing well. So I mean, I'm a fan today, so I'm enjoying it. I mean, I love every bit of it. I've never been to a game here. It's the first time. I'm going to be back again.
Well, you're welcome here. And real quick, Andre, what's the difference at Oracle Arena between fight night and game night with the Warriors?
It's hard to tell. I mean, in most cases, a fight crowd is different than a basketball crowd. But, I mean, just these fans here in Oakland and the surrounding area, they just got an edge about them. So it's very similar. And I get fired up every time I step in the building. I'm like, okay, it's time to go back to work.
Well, thank you so much, guys, for your time.
Thank you.
Guys.
So Andre Ward and Amir Khan. And Amir attending his first Warrior game and not being disappointed thus far. Bogut had the lefty finish on the other end. Curry just committed the foul. First Warrior team foul. Steph, his first personal foul. Dang has Curry on a switch. Harrison comes to help, but Curry knocked it away. If he had pushed it ahead to Iguodala, he may have had a dunk. Instead, Harrison was fouled.
They would have had free throw and possession. Yeah, if he just hadn't taken that one dribble.
So Gerald Green now with 4 fouls, and so the rookie out of Duke, Justice Winslow, has to check in.
That was a perfect opportunity for a clear path foul had he gotten rid of the ball.
So Draymond and Iguodala with Harrison Barnes, Steph Curry, and Klay Thompson. Tyler Johnson, Udonis Haslem, Justice Winslow, Gerald Green, and Dragic. So you're playing without Wade and Bosh. You want to take advantage, and Iguodala right down the lane.
I'd like to see him get that aggressive stance to try to go in and score a little bit tonight for him. They're going to need it.
And Johnson traveled.
Well, the defense gave ground. Looked like he was going in expecting a little bit of contact and just got his momentum and weight forward. That was smart defense.
Well, the Warriors have held the Heat 4 of 12. They've played excellent D. Draymond was pushed, and he'll get to the line. Decisiveness, you think, for Draymond Green?
Yes. And he was pushed on this. You'll see it coming from Haslem. Put that hand out. Boy, that just teeters up there. You'd love to see a three-point play possibility. And now, the best you can come away is 1 point.
Eric Spoelstra has told the Heat, you know, foul the Warriors. They're 21st in free throwing. And don't give them layups. Don't let the building go nuts. Commit the foul. Lay the lumber.
Well, Miami's lucky that one didn't go in.
It ends up being a turnover. Yep. 2 missed free throws.
Absolutely. It worked in their favor.
Smart play, Udonis Haslem. It's an area the Warriors have to shore up. Tyler Johnson. And you have potentially a 5-point swing. Missed 2 free throws on one end. Give up a 3-point play on the other.
And Johnson's at 79%. Just a little give and go. Pass cut.
And so instead of being up 11, look at the board, and it's only a 6-point advantage. Tyler Johnson right in Curry's jersey, and he forces the double dribble.
Well, the Heat are playing without a center here, so let's see what the Warriors' small lineup can do. We got the best 5 guys on the floor that we've talked about.
Well, Spoelstra's loving this. You got it single digits, and you're getting to rest Wade and Bosh. This is perfect for Miami, exactly what they would want. Dragic missing there. Iguodala handling. Harrison runs to the line. That's offline. Right out to Klay. We'll call it a pass. And he drops in the 3.
Sometimes you need a little luck. When you work hard, you get it.
So only 4 in the first half, but 8 in the third quarter for Klay Thompson. Gerald Green hanging and fouled.
That showcases some of his skills. How about that little double clutch in midair from Green? This goes way off, angles out. So they got the hard deflection right to a 3. That's climbing the imaginary rope. That is a beautiful shot.
So Draymond's second foul. Now, if there was a numeric measure of athleticism, Gerald Green would be off every chart. And he can run, jump, and hang like few others. The Team Miami bench has been good tonight. Steph, little leaner. And Draymond's second opportunity.
Love the way he just stays with the play. He completes the play.
2-point lead at the half. 8-point advantage right now. Final minute 35 of the third. Haslem inside. Well defended. And they get it to double digits again. Draymond. 20 for Draymond to help out Steph's 22.
They didn't force it initially. Waited until he got completely open, had an angle to pass.
Who's going to win the tempo battle? 22 fast break points for the Warriors. Gerald Green. He lasers that 3, and he's got 13 off the bench. And 4 members of the Heat in double digits.
Next time he touches the ball, he's going to shoot again. That shot was a confident one. Before he even touched it, he knew he was going to take it.
They cycle it around. Steph 3.
He's just missing threes that he normally makes.
2 of 7 tonight.
He's missed 3 wide open, 2 from the corner.
Like you said, you need a little luck. The Heat are getting a little lucky. Leave Steph that open, you're going to pay the price. And Winslow missed 3 on one end, hit the jumper on the other, and it's a 5-point game.
Really didn't expect much different, did you?
No.
Miami's going to work for it. They're going to lay down. You'll have to earn it.
Draymond triple. Warriors are 4 of 17. They have a foul to give if they want. Dragic down the lane to lay it up and in.
Early offense attack mode.
Curry from midcourt and off iron. So a 7-0 run by the Heat. 35 straight wins at home in jeopardy as we head to the 4th. Our Toyota game summary. The Warriors win the 3rd quarter, even with Steph missing his last 6 shots. But Miami finishes on a 7-0 run and make it still 7-0 as Winslow missed the layup.
Well, the Warriors were 2 of 9 from 3-point range in the first half. They were 2 of 9 from 3-point range in that quarter.
Mo Spade's first action.
And by the way, Miami got hot. They were 3 of 6, and Mo's the one that can get hot. His first appearance on the scene.
Right off the bench and right into the bucket. Spoelstra has bought all this rest time for Wade and Bosch, though, and the Heat are more than in the game. Ian Clark got knocked down and still was called for the foul. So Josh Richardson out of Tennessee, Gerald Green, Udonis Haslem, Justice Winslow, rookie out of Duke, 10th pick overall, and Goran Dragic. When Bosch goes to back in the game with Wade, they're not coming out. Spoelstra's waiting as much as he can. He's coaching the score here.
Yeah, really good job with 2 rookies on the floor.
As long as the Heat are within 5 or 6. Getting to rest your stars. Low space. Back-to-back buckets. How do you sit for 3 quarters and hit 2 jumpers like that?
Well, you get a smaller man on you. And he says, I'm going to take advantage.
The depth of the Warriors on display.
But it isn't Haslem on him. He's going to shoot it.
And the Heat turn it over. And here comes Chris Bosh.
That's the 7th turnover for the Heat in the second half here. That's helped the Warriors' cause, but the Warriors just didn't shoot well in that 3rd quarter.
The Heat are 5th in the league in turnovers, and they've committed 9. The Warriors are 26, and they've committed only 6. So this is an area Luke Walton's got to be very pleased with. Now that Bosh switch on him. There's that smaller man. Oh, one more time, and this one off iron.
Well, he knew Gerald Green is a high leaper. Thought about it again.
Bosh passed up that. Now wants it back. As you said, he likes to face up. Harrison shoved him.
Where's foul? Harrison Barnes, second personal, 17 foul.
Now you see why Bosh is shooting more free throws than Wade this year. He's much more patient.
Incredibly skilled player. You said Bosh, Wade, LeBron all in the same draft. Well, the Klay Thompson bobblehead on Thursday. This is a good one. Klay and his English Bulldog Rocco, courtesy of Scholarshare for the first 10,000 fans. And it's your last chance to see Kobe Bryant play at Oracle. 888-GSW-HOOP. That's going to be a fun night Thursday night.
Wednesday in Denver, get home at 2:30. That's when you land. They play the next night against the Lakers.
I'm already tired.
And then leave the next morning at 9 for Detroit. That's the schedule.
Spates with a rebound.
That is a player right now. He's doing what Amara Stoudemire did for Miami when he came in the first half.
Mo Buckets is back. It's the turn of the new year. Mo's been terrific. Winslow missing. Ricochet out to Livingston. Second unit. Trying to expand that lead. Got Harrison on Dragic. He checked the shot clock. It's at 3. He wheels, turns, fires. Good!
He got to the exact spot that he wanted so he could wheel and get the fadeaway to his left shoulder.
You talked about an ancillary scorer. Harrison Barnes 12, Mo Spates 6, all kicking into the good time.
And they need them all tonight.
9:09. Oracle loves Mo Buckets. 2016 has been really good for the big man. A lot of nines as in a 9-point lead with 9:09 remaining in the game. And our big play the Togo's way. You thought I was joking. This is what Jim does before games. He's always on his phone. This time he's doing his all-star balloting.
NBA vote Warriors. It's easy.
Vote for Steph, vote for Draymond, and vote for Clay.
Only do it once a day. There are only 7 days left.
Get those 3 to the All-Star game in Toronto.
Submit votes.
Join my partner. And get that voting done every day in every way.
There's your former slam dunk champion.
Yeah, and a half-court set. Gerald Green with 15 off the bench. 15 for Green, 9 for Tyler Johnson, 6 for Stoudemire. And Miami's reserves have been excellent. Harrison Barnes with 12 and Spates with 6. Lob to Iguodala. Perfectly thrown.
Nice little answer.
Wade is re-injured. Bosh should come in a bit earlier. And Ian Clark with a foul.
Little back screen, and Bosh just did not give enough ground. I thought he was there. He saw it, misjudged it. They just threw a little too high, a little too far.
They wanted Wade. Spates had switched out on him. Now he's got it, and Iguodala switches back. Good handoff. And Wade missing the jumper. That's great Warrior defense. And Spates running the floor, having it knocked away. We'll call it a pass. Ian Clark cleans it up. Biggest lead of the night right now.
Good things happen when you run. Oh, damn, the steal.
Harrison handling. Running with friends. He threw it behind Livingston. They get nothing out of that odd man advantage.
Right down the gut. Discombobulated a little bit. Pretty good defense to knock it away, but fortuitous bounce. That last play. It's a two-way street there. If you have the angle already and you see you're going to make it, sometimes you have to slow up just a little bit to make sure that pass is going to be accurate to you. Just a tad bit. Take off 10%.
Tyler Johnson had the big man switched on him. So the Warrior lead briefly in double digits, and we check in with Roz.
In the last timeout, it was Draymond Green who was vocal. He said, hey, every time we go on a run, they take a timeout, and then they go on their run. So let's stop that trend right now.
Livingston missing. And Spates, kind of an excuse me foul now.
Don't like to do that. That's number 4 with 7:11 left. So the next one puts them shooting. That's exactly what Miami would try to orchestrate.
On the road, you want to hang in. As Jim mentioned, now 4 Warrior team fouls with over 7 minutes left in the game.
Yeah, that's tough.
And a Heat team that's incredibly proficient at the line with a lot of veteran players.
And they have no fouls this quarter. So they could just get back in the game slowly via free throws.
And Wade, knowing Speights isn't going to foul him there. So now when does Curry re-enter the fray, and when does Draymond come right with them? Usually it's at the 6-minute mark or so. They're both walking to the scorer's table right now. Iguodala 3.
This is what I was talking about at halftime. Get Livingston. Get Iguodala. Get another scorer in there, whether it be Brandon Rush. And Iguodala's become aggressive after not taking only 1 shot in the first half.
Oh, defended Wade nicely. Andre has 7 of his 9 here in the second half. Enling to the slicing Harrison Barnes, and he had it knocked out of bounds.
Andre rather early in the shot clock. No hesitation. Says, you're not going to play me? I'll take it.
Mo Speights getting a great round of applause. The same with Iguodala. They took that Warrior lead from 3 up to 10. They had good work halfway through the 4th. And Steph and Draymond re-enter to play with Livingston. Harrison Barnes and Clay. Wade knocked it away. 7 to shoot still. Livingston behind the back. Barnes 3. They can't make a 3 when it matters. The Warriors are 5 of 20 from beyond the arc. They stayed down.
Yeah, he always likes to turn right shoulder.
And the corner 3 by the wall. Dang.
Stephen gave him too much room. Way too much room. Wade was already hog-tied.
6 of 17 for the Heat, but the Warriors 5 of 20. Who would have thought that? Clay's fouled, shooting a 3. So his first free throws, and there'll be 3 of them coming. 5:27 left. Looking for a win 36 in a row at home, and win 36 on the season.
Area.com and NBC Sports Live Extra.
Warrior lead at 7, 5:27 left. Our Taco Bell spotlight. The threes have been rare. Steph is 2 of 8. The Warriors are 5 of 20. The crowd waiting to explode. 3 of Curry's 22. The Heat have taken away the three-point line, and the Warriors have missed some wide open ones. And that's why you've got a tight game.
Yeah, if you're not defending and helping in the middle, as Stephen was a moment ago, you got to stay attached to the man in the corner. I mean, don't become a ball washer.
Well, 5 games, you're shooting 49% on threes. You're due to get to your average a little bit, but 5 of 20. You know who I feel bad for?
Go ahead.
Denver. Because
we're not through here yet.
When the Warriors go 5 of 20 from beyond the arc, they're going to take it out on somebody. So Klay Thompson has 3 free throws here. His first 3 throws of the night. Klay's at only 81%.
You got to realize over the last 2 games, the Warriors, 37 of 69 from threes. They made 18, made 19.
Well, the last 5 games, they're 49% as a team.
Yeah. But when they're making 18 in one game, 19 in another, you're going to have a little drought once in a while. And tonight, it's hit them. We'll see how long it lasts. But the nice thing about it, they still have a double-digit lead again.
Klay hitting all 3 free throws.
They're doing a lot of good things. They're managing the game.
Steal by Draymond. The Draymond Express out to Curry. 3.
My goodness. They got another one.
Livingston going to use a little clock here smartly. Looking to spring Steph free. Another 3 on the way. Yes, sir!
That's one of the more difficult ones. He had to work hard underneath. Gets a screen from Thompson. Starts to come out to the right. Comes back, reverses field. He's running away from the basket. Catch and shoot. I mean, he worked so hard to get that shot. This is confidence. When you've been missing like that, you didn't see all the movement, though, folks. I watched him the whole time. He just ran all over the place to get open.
Yeah, Tyler Johnson is hanging right with them. Bogut knocked that away. It's still Heat ball with the shot clock at 7. Wade attacking again. Wayne Wade, only 5 of 14 for his 16 points.
Livingston was being held, and now they're going to call him for the block.
Sean not happy.
He could not get unattached to set the screen initially. That's what he's talking about.
Yeah, he said he missed the first foul when they grabbed me, and caught the second one with the moving screen. That's not a team foul, by the way, so no free throws. Throwing it up. He knew Bosch was there, and they play volleyball on the glass. I'll miss it so badly, you get the rebound. And the Heat will not go away. Play on Dragic. He can shoot right over him if he wants. Wheels, step, finish.
No one came to give Dragic help. Once he gets in the lane there, he expected to see someone, and he was home free.
48 Warrior points in the paint. Not threes tonight, but the Warriors will beat you in a lot of ways.
Well, they're taking the avenue that is necessary to do so.
Wade hanging. Somehow got it to Bosch. What a catch. Dang's been in the lane a long time and able to finish. Inside 3 minutes of crunch time with a 9-point lead in the ball. Wade went for the steal. Play, fading, firing, and good Wade defense.
Be nice to get a stop here.
Dang will tee up a 3.
Yeah, they hit that. They know they're back in the game. That was a big bucket from Luol Deng.
6-point game. Dang has 12. Hard to believe, but the Heat have more threes than the Warriors. Klay Thompson took Dragic to task, but the Heat are not going away. Dang, the cold-blooded 3, and it's a 6-point game.
Times change.
Warrior lead at 6 with 2.5 remaining. Our Ram shot of the game. Andre Iguodala, 7 of his 9 here in the second half. Perfectly run lob. Livingston the delivery. Our Ram shot of the game. So Curry, Klay Thompson with Iguodala, Harrison Barnes, and Draymond. They go small here.
Biggest shot of the game, in my estimation, was the one Luol Deng just made to bring him within 6 with 2:30 to go here. That was a huge shot. He misses that. Warriors get the ball. They're pretty much control the rest of the way.
Draymond showed the 3 and ripped it down with 2 hands.
He had an answer. That is a huge shot for the Warriors. At that juncture,
Get a half-court set that resulted in a dunk.
That was emphatic.
2 minutes remaining.
Wade ISO. Missing there.
They played him. I knew he was going to turn back to right shoulder.
Steph, wing jumper, perfect.
They're good. Eric Spoelstra said, you know, we're doing everything. We're playing great. We've had a great game plan. We've executed. But you know what? This team is still beating us.
Eric Spoelstra has a very good idea what a world champion looks like because he coached a couple of them. And tonight, he's coaching against a group of world champions. As Steph Curry with 27, it hasn't been threes. It's been that remarkable mid-range game. And for the Warriors, you want to score 128 like in Sac and blow a team out, fine. You want to have a wrestling match like Christmas against Cleveland, fine. They find a lot of ways to beat you.
And what they've done tonight is they've matched the baskets all the way along. How many times do we look up and they have an 8-9 point lead? And Miami keeps executing. They think they're going to get back into it. Warriors won't let them do so. They made some great plays coming down the stretch, but Maurice Spates, that was a big impact.
Yes.
And I love Iguodala's play in the second half. He's been a real factor for them.
And the idea that the Warriors were only a three-point shooting team a night where they're not making threes and they're still excellent in the half court in terms of executing, and a lot of guys making mid-range shots. And Draymond showed the three and then right to the basket.
And let's not get unnoticed. They had some three-point shots.
Right.
Okay? They played enough defense to get them into three-point shooting range and some good looks. They just didn't hit them tonight. But they're still going to win this game.
Jim, where are you going to be January 25th?
Okay.
You want to see the Warriors play the Spurs right here at Oracle for the first time this year? I can't wait for that Monday night. I mean, the Mondays are getting it done. The Heat, and then Cleveland, and then very soon San Antonio. Tyler Johnson right down the lane. Well executed out of the timeout for Miami.
Got to get it across. They did.
Beats the 8-second count.
By a second.
Clay slipped. Draymond, fresh 24. Draymond Green, 13 boards. One more basket.
But just getting that extra one and getting the time to utilize there. It's so big from Draymond. It'll just go on the stat sheet as a rebound.
Dang was ruled to have touched that. Ronnie Garrettson saying maybe we go to replay and just confirm that call, and they will. So the ruling is Warrior basketball. But very quickly back to Secaucus to make sure that Luol Deng had a hand on it. This call under review brought to you by Ring Central. Business communication made simple. It is not simple keeping Dwayne Wade off the foul line. He had 6 free throws in the first half, none in the second half.
They've done a good job.
Credit to Klay Thompson's defense.
Clay has done a terrific job on it. He's got a great scouting report. Takes away that inside move and knows he's coming back, turning that right shoulder, and he's draped all over him.
And why is Klay Thompson an all-star? 4 points in the first half, 13 in the second half. Not only has he scored 13, but then he's guarded Wade and done a terrific job. They're going to say Klay took that ball out of bounds without it being touched by the Heat. And so the review gives Miami the ball. The Warriors still need one more basket. Wade couldn't quite finish on the other side. Got his own rebound. And Klay still playing the defense. 3 different times, and then now finally a foul, and it's going to go against Steph Curry.
They could not secure the defensive rebound.
What is remarkable,
and it wasn't Biggs in there fighting them.
The Warriors had their 4th team foul with 7:11 remaining in the game. That becomes their 5th team foul.
They've managed the clock very well in that respect. Working off over 6 minutes.
These are Wade's first free throws of the second half. Going to get a good look at the Eastern Conference Titans. Miami next Monday. Cleveland next Wednesday. Chicago. And Atlanta, the only one missing is Tyler Johnson fouling Steph.
Tyler Johnson, third personal, first team.
They're going to have to foul again to put the Warriors on the line. It's only the second team foul and the first in the last 2 minutes, so the next one will be free throws. It's a two-possession game, so
Steph's happy to run it down.
His three. Curry. Bucket. Ball game.
He's hit his last 2 threes. One was very difficult going away. This one's deep. After missing that many, he's unfazed.
30 for 30.
Hit his last 2. He was 2 for 9. He's going to end up 4 for 11.
Well, the baby-faced assassin just used the silencer right there. Miami's done. And he's just something else. 8 of his 30 in the fourth quarter. Just a brush screen.
Well, the last 2 they had, they just came in natural motion. He didn't think about them. He missed 3 wide open ones tonight where he had all the time in the world. And I'm not sure that's good for his instincts. I'll tell you. That is clutch shooting.
16th 30-point game. That's the best in the league. Warriors going to fly to Denver tomorrow. We'll be with you. Mile High. Wednesday at 5 o'clock. Warrior pregame live coming your way.
They've got to take threes, you would think.
There is Bosch teeing up a triple. Dragic tried to reload. Instead, they'll take a layup to Wade. Need to get it in, need to make free throws. And he got a good man to do that. Okay, Miami is very well coached. They had a terrific game plan. They forced the Warriors to 7 of 23 on threes. And yet 30 from Steph, 22 from Draymond, 17 from Klay Thompson, and 12 from Harrison Barnes. Warriors out rebound the Heat 48-45.
Plus 10 on points off turnovers.
And the season low in turnovers for the Warriors is 8. They committed only 9 tonight.
And this is against a team that doesn't turn the ball over, so of utmost importance, they had their priorities right.
Steph actually missed a free throw. So Miami going to use the timeout with 13 and a half left in an 8-point game. 36 in a row at home, 36-2 on the year. About 14 seconds away. Warrior lead at 8. Heat ball with 13.8 left. And the longest home winning streaks in NBA history. And the Warriors are going to be tied for 4th. Green deflecting. And it's still Miami ball with 10.9. Gerald Green rattling out that 3. No need to shoot. That'll be the final. 111-103. Terrific effort by the Heat. But the world champs are something else. Dwayne Wade and Steph Curry. Game recognizes game. And the same thing with Bosch and Draymond. A couple champions in their own right in Miami. And now the Warriors defending that championship so well. 36-2. 36 in a row at Oracle. A fun one on a Monday night. The busy schedule continues as we head to Denver, but the Warriors win it 111-103. Warrior postgame live, presented by Honda, is coming at you right now.
They win their final 18 at home last year, and they win their first 18 at home this year. Steph Curry just brilliant with a 31-point performance, 22 from Draymond Green. They went small a lot in the fourth quarter. That meant Andre Iguodala at point guard. He's going to visit with our point guard, Roz.
Thanks, Greg. Andre, you guys had to step up the defensive intensity. What adjustments did you make in the second half?
Well, just being smart, sticking to your principles. A few times we got lost. They really execute offensively, so they can break you down if you don't stick to what you have to do. So second half, I think we did a better job, and it made us better offensively because we got on a break.
Is that something you don't see a lot in the NBA, pointing out their execution?
Well, they're a veteran team. They got some guys who've been on championship teams multiple times, so they know what it takes, and they know how to break you down, and they know how to work to their strengths. So that's something we face tonight.
And to face an Eastern Conference team for the first time, is it a little tough to get a feel for them right away?
It can be, but I think that's what you have to do in order to be a great team. We play some teams where the score is going to be high, and offensively you're going to get things at free will. But when Eastern Conference teams, they change the tempo a little bit. They want to slow you down. But tonight we were able to get over 100. They scored over 100, but we got the pace we wanted.
And you did that without knocking down a lot of threes. How does that affect the Warriors?
Well, I think we showed we can win games without making threes. Steph was great with picking his spots. I think he had a shot on the right wing less than a minute to go. People don't know how hard that shot was. And he had a few times where he 1-2 dribbled into about a 15 to 17 footer. And usually he's putting up for threes. So he's taking what the defense is giving him, and that shows growth, and that shows the MVP player.
All right, thanks, Andre. I always appreciate your thoughtful answers.
I try.
Thank you, Greg.
Thoughtful questions, and you get thoughtful answers. She's the best in the business, whether it's Draymond or Andre Iguodala or Steph or Clay. It's a smart basketball team, and they just keep on winning, Stately. 36-2, a formal welcome to Honda Warriors postgame live. Greg Papa, Gary St. Jean. I'm glad that Roz visited with Andre there at the end, because come crunch time, they put him at point forward and ran Steph off your floppy series, and Steph is so good with the ball in his hands, Saint, but I think he's even better coming off your floppy curls late in the game. You can't guard him that way.
I've got a wealth of respect for the Miami team. They're extremely well coached. They got veteran, smart players who've been on championships. They play it the right way on offense and defense. Your example of the defense, they took away the pick and roll stuff, and the Warriors adjusted. Got some better early offense in the second half, but when they needed to, they went to the point forward in the small lineup, got Steph off the ball, and let him work off of screens. And this is a great, great shooter, a guy who never loses faith in his shot. He missed some, but he came back and made those big ones, and they found a different way to win tonight. You know, they didn't dominate with the three ball, but they got to the free throw line. They cut the turnovers way down. It was a really terrific win.
Yeah, let's go back to Oracle Arena, go courtside, bring Bob Fitzgerald and Jim Barnett into Honda Warriors postgame live and get their thoughts on the 111-103 victory over the Miami Heat. Fitz.
Well, Pop, you talked about it at Warrior pregame live. It'd be a battle for tempo. And the Warriors 23-5 in fast break points. So they were able to up-tempo it. Didn't get the threes, as Saint was just mentioning. But I think, Jim, you know you can't be sloppy tonight.
Right.
So only 9 turnovers. The Warriors did a good job protecting the ball, passed it beautifully. And in the second half, they dug in defensively. It reminded people, don't forget they're second in the league in field goal percentage defense.
They managed every quarter in this game. The Warriors never lost a quarter in this game. There was one tied, and that was in the second quarter. So I thought they did what they had to do to win the game tonight, because every time that Miami Heat, yes, every time that they threatened, every time they did that, the Warriors had an answer. They answered with a basket. So Miami cuts it from 10 down to 3. They put it back up to 8. They kept doing that. They controlled the basketball game. And I thought the Warriors off the bench, 32 points from the bench guys. And Iguodala was terrific in the second half. 7 made threes by Miami, 7 made threes by the Warriors, and the Warriors shot a poorer percentage from three-point range, but they still managed to win because they do a lot of good things. And I tell you, this is a dynamic team to watch.
Yeah, that second unit took that three-point lead heading into the fourth and upped it to 10 with Spates and Harrison Barnes being terrific. And these games are coming so fast and furious that I think the win tonight was key, because at Denver tomorrow, then the Lakers, Kobe's last game, but Detroit's good, Cleveland's good, Chicago's good, and San Antonio is lurking, Jim. You better be on your game, because particularly going on that Eastern trip, those are all talented teams.
Yeah, you've got a record now of 36-2. But you want to protect that. Then this is a very, very tough January for them because there are so many road games coming back, then a home game, and then going back out again. They go to the East Coast after that Detroit trip, and Detroit, Cleveland, Chicago. 8 days later, they go back to Philadelphia, New York, Washington. So it's very demanding, but they know that, and they just prepare every night. They don't get too rattled when things don't go their way. Tonight, not a great shooting night from three-point range, even across the board in so many areas, but the Warriors did the dirty little things inside. When they needed the